Welcome back to the Lonely Basement. Baseball cards. Tonight, guys, we have some pickups and we have some pickups. A few eBay envelopes have arrived, and today we went to the Strongsville. We went to the Stormville Flea Market in the Hudson Valley, where we live in the Hudson Valley. And the Stormville Flea Market is a great flea market. It was rainy. It was a little crappy, but it was just perfect because there was no one there. A little light on the dealers. They weren't full. But we didn't get wet. My shoes stayed dry. My socks stayed dry. Just a couple times, a little drizzly, and then it stopped, and never needed an umbrella or anything. So we had a good time. Me and the boy went up and flea marketed. And he bought a bunch of toys and necklace and little trinkets that he wanted. And Daddy shopped for some cards. The boy does have some cards that are still here. So we'll show you those pickups. This is all a bundle. I'll show you the whole dealer. This is a little bundle. There you go. We got a Spider-Man. These are from the Marvel Legends Showdown. I know you are itching to see some Marvel cards. And there's Spidey in all his glory. The Green Goblin. Damn. Looks rough. And the boy picked up those and a little Charizard action. $15? No. It's like a $4 card. $15? Come on. The boy wanted a Charizard. We finally were able to add a very reasonable price Charizard to his little Pokemon collection. There you go. A little Charizard action. And then the boy loves The Simpsons. And he watches them a lot on the shorts on the YouTube shorts, the YouTube channel. And found this little baggie from this dealer. Random. It literally says random. We did not pay $10. It was full of these Simpsons cards. It's not a complete set, but it is a big brick of Simpsons cards. I'm sure if there are any of these that are valuable, those are the ones that are missing. But yeah, Simpsons cards. So I will sleeve these up in some 9 pockets and binder them up for the boy. This burgeoning Simpsons set. I counted the cards. I think there's like at least 9 missing from the full set. There's March. All right. Simpsons cards. I know you were waiting for Simpsons cards. All right, guys. What did Daddy pick up? A couple little trinkets. That same dealer. He had a little Yankee box that I ran through, and I didn't find any vintage. It was nothing spectacular. I'll be straight up. It was a lot of junk wax, a lot of 90s floating around in baseball card land, and I found like 4 or 5 top supers from 71, literally, and those were like the oldest things I saw the entire day. So everything was basically modern, but Daddy's there to have fun with the boy and do a little hunting and picking, and this is what we found. We found this Mickey Mantle Gold. Look at that one. This is just a cool card. Everybody likes to show these cards off. And that, sitting there in a bargain bin, why not? We did not pay $4. I will tell you, it was raining. We also found the base of the same card. Look at that. Why not? Why not? Thurmans. You know, you got a flea market. There's a Thurman. You got to buy it. This is the Tops something or other from some year. There it is. Tops something or other from some year. Just a cool little picture of Thurman. We found this Soriano. Or this Bernie Williams. Next one, Soriano, sorry. This Bernie Williams. This is just a cool card. I like it. Fleer. It's 2001 must be. 2001 card. That's a great year for the Yanks. We didn't quite win it all, but coming off the 2000 World Series Championship, little Bernie Fleer action. We found a Donnie Baseball, which I may have. I just felt like I didn't have this card, so I grabbed it up, and we'll check it out. This is a Fleer 2001, and I feel like I don't have it, but you never know. It was marked at $1. But we bundled all this up together. This Thurman card, which archives, which was just cool sitting there. Had to grab that one. The Thurman rookie. Only the top half. What else did we find? There's the Soriano. We found Soriano in there that I just like the card. This is a Fleer Platinum Alfonso Soriano. Great Yankee. And that card was just cool. It's a little yeah. But you know, I threw it in a stack. Just like the card. And I found this Dave Winfield. This is a Topps. This is like a mini. This is I'm guessing these look like the UK cards, but it looks different than the regular ones I have, so I'm not sure. I think it's one of those type of cards. Might just be a different year. But hey, why not? Winfield, Yankee card. Did not have it. Hall of Famer. Let's get it. Let's get it. It just looks different than the Mattinglys I have and some other ones. So I'm not sure. Maybe there was a year of these I didn't have. I will check it out. And then I found the green. All-time greats. Mickey Mantle. Price tag $10. We did not pay $10 because you can get a box of these, the whole set, for like $17 online, still in the plastic container. So there you go. That's for Boom Slang. Check it out. I actually looked these up, Boom Slang. 50 all-time greats, the green ones, in the plastic, still sealed, from high grade. You can get them for like $17 online. They're there. Boom. So that was one dealer. We bundled all that together. We got a good deal. Then we found this bad boy for $3. Now, I'm going to tell you this straight out. I don't want to be mean to sellers, but it was raining, and it was crappy, and it was Saturday, and it's a big day. There was not a lot of people there, and I was just like lowballing people, and they were like giving me the face like, ugh. All right. So I got this for $3. Anything for $3, come on. So this is the classic. I did not have this in my classic collection back there, but I have a lot of these types of classics. But this is the 91 Series 2 Major League Baseball Trivia Board Game Series 2. There are the cards, still intact in their wrapper. There is the Nolan and Roger on the top. And this is a pretty good checklist in here. There's a little spinning wheel on the back, still sealed, very yellowed. Let's see. But there's like Jeff Bagwell in here, Barry Bonds. Let's see who's interesting. Barilo Castillo is interesting. Clemens. Bum, 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 bum. Anybody else jumping out at me? Ken Griffey Jr., Tony Gwynn. You get the picture. Ricky Henderson. Dave Magadan. Fred McGriff, Paul Molitor, Jack Morris, Hall of Famers, Ryan Sandberg, Pudge, Ivan Rodriguez Pudge, Cal Ripken Jr., Tim Raines, Todd Van Poppel. So there you go. And a Jerome Walton and a Bernie Williams. Bernie Williams is in here. So that's what I picked up for $3, sealed, cards intact, wrapped, still in the box. What to do with it? Probably throw it over there in my other classic games. But that was cool for $3. We'll never pass that up for $3. We picked up this from a t-shirt guy. $5. 2X. It'll fit. A 7, the Mickey Mantle t-shirt. Very nice condition. Couldn't pass it up for $5. Sitting there on the table. Another good deal. Nice and clean. I checked it out real quick. That's just a cool shirt to own. Then, one last guy from the Stormville Flea Market today. Stormville. I say Storms, but it's Stormville. 90 score. There's some little spotting on the box, and a little of that spotting hasn't hit the cards. Occasional spots. But I got this and this other box of cards for $15. I was trying to get them lower, and I was like, whatever, $15. I believe it's complete. I did not pull any of the cards. It looks pretty tight, though, tightly packed. If there's a Frank Thomas missing, there is. But I have any card from here that has any value, I probably already own. Let's see. Let's do it. Let's see. You're looking first time with me here, guys. Donald Harris, Paul Coleman, Brent Maine, blah, 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 Tom Goodwin, Abbott, Ben McDonald's. Haha. I do not see the Frank Thomas. He's been pulled. There you go. Let's see. 82, 81, 80, 79, 78, 77, 76. It was this year, the Frank Thomas, correct? 76, 75, 74, 73, 72, 71, 70, 69, 68, 67, 66, 666, 665, 4, 3 is missing. 663 is missing. I wonder who could be 663. I have multiples of that card right behind me in that box over there, so we can always stuff it in there. I had a feeling. I had a little feeling. I don't know what else I would have pulled out of this, but that card is missing. But it's pretty tightly packed. If they pulled anything, it's 1 or 2 cards. So that was cool. I kind of had a feeling that might happen based on where I bought it and the kind of guy I bought it from. And then the other box I bought from the same guy was this box that says 80s baseball cards, or 800 baseball cards. 84. Red tape. Bad sign, the red tape. I picked up this box, guys, because it's basically all 84 tops. And I'm assuming they're mostly commons. They're not in great shape. They're not terrible shape. I have 2 sets of 84 tops. They're not complete. But I have like half of a set in like this condition. And then I have like 300 cards that are like near mint, excellent near mint, that are really sharp. Like maybe a quarter of a set. And I was like, maybe I should just put this set together. I was thinking about it. And then I saw this box. I said, you know what, let me go through here, see how close I can get. It's 800 cards or so of 84 tops. And perhaps I can get close to completing a set. It'll be varied in condition. But I did notice in the front of the box was a little stack of 87 tops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Look at that. Hall of Famer Harold Baines. And Hall of Famer Steve Carlton. Additions to the giant pile of 84 tops. And then I noticed at the very end of this box, and in the middle of this box, in the middle of this box was these 2 cards for some reason. 74 tops traded, which I already have, Bob Johnson. And then a very, very unhappy Fritz Peterson 74 tops. And then at the very end of this box, see, now I have to go through this box nice and tight, guys. 77 Angels team card. 77 Angels team card. 77 Angels team card. Then at the very end of this box, okay, we have some 76s now. I'm sure there's nothing exciting in here. But at the very end of this box was a Frank Howard 1960 Rookie Stars in a sleeve. It is bent. It has some little bubbles over here. It is not in great condition, but it's not like destroyed. It's just, you know. It really doesn't have a crease. It just has a bend in it. But there's some bubbles over here. You can see them. But I was like, this is just a random box of randomness. And I mixed it in with the other set. I paid $15 for a giant pile of craziness. Let's see. Hold on. Try to get them down like 12, but Ron Say, a Bill North, a Bert Campaneris, a Jim Todd, Stan Wall. We get a Dusty Baker. Look at that. That's not bad. Clay Kirby, Don Carruthers, Dick Ruthin. 74 makes another appearance with Bill Fahey. And then, you know, it's just 84 tops. But there's just these random little pockets of not 84 tops in here. So I'm going to collate these, see how close with my other, like, 3/4 of a set or so I can get. 86 tops. Beautiful. Imagine if we found the 1 86 tops card we needed in this box. More 74s in here. There might be less. Willie Davis. There may be less Gene Tennants, Tom House, Manny Mota, Mike Marshall, Pete Burr, and Bill. All right, well. There may be less 84 tops in here than I realized, as I'm finding such randomness. Let's go this way. This will be easier. Mario Soto's in here. That's good. Dwight Evans. But these are probably like VG mostly, or EX, maybe. They're just soft cards, but the 84s they're clean. They're just soft. Pat Dobson, Ken Fried. I wonder if he just threw these in here randomly because he thought maybe somebody will think there's a find in here. I had no such hope. Hall of Famer. I think that's most of the pockets of non-84 tops. I have lied. Once again, I have lied on the channel. And these are not in any type of order. They're just very randomly in here. Rusty Torres. Nobody. Yeah, just some random 74s. Random 76s. And then a big pile of 84 tops. So I will attempt to complete that set through here. See how close we get. And collate those out. So that's what we picked up. 15 bucks for those two boxes. I figured like, 10 bucks for the score, but there's no Frank Thomas. But it was flea market fun with the boy. All right, Dusty Baker. We'll take it. And I have Frank Howard. Not in terrible condition. That was our flea market trip, guys. That was the trip. The boy got better stuff than I did. But cool stuff, nonetheless. I like that. That's cool to have. Because I didn't have that green one. All right. I'm surrounded by crazy nonsense. The table is getting crazy again. Pickups. We have some pickups flooding in from some recent purchases. We will rip away. We'll rip away. You know, I noticed several channels doing collaborations on SGC and PSA after Greg Midlife Cards live with Mike. My thoughts? Top loaders. All right, here we go. No blue tape. No blue tape. Come on. We got to open it. All right, something Donnie baseballs that I needed for the Donnie collection. This is cool. Look at that. Look at that bad boy. There's a ring up there for some reason, which we do not have. Donnie didn't get his ring. That's a cool card. This is 95. 95 tops. And it's kind of funny. Oh, those are All-Star Game rings. They're on the back. All-Star Game rings. Ring leaders. The 95 tops Don Mattingly ring leaders card, which is just a freaking awesome card. That is a freaking awesome card. If you want to know what a freaking awesome card is, that is. Ripping away. Tired, guys. I was at work on a trip for 3 days. So I was out of my house from Wednesday morning until basically Friday, very late night. And I went to bed and got a couple hours sleep and then picked up the boy and went flea marketing all day and then finished the night at the mall doing some video games and wandering and walking around and getting tireder and tireder and tireder. Bowman's Best. Did not have the Bowman's Best Donnie Baseball. This is the red. I looked at the refractor. I have it in my saved watch list. I was looking at it for like $50. I don't know. Do I need the refractor? Isn't that shiny enough? Not for Brent Richards. I know, Brent. It's not shiny enough. This is 94, by the way. 94 Bowman's Best. The red non-refractory one. It's not shiny enough. Rip away. She rolled. We're going slow, guys. A little slow one tonight. Blue tape. I love it. Thank you for the blue tape. We appreciate you and your attention to packaging. We'll have some of these coming in, rolling in a little bit. We bought a few cards. This is the Pacific Collection. Did not have this Pacific card. That is Donnie. That is one of the non-fancy Pacific cards. These have great backs, so I like the Pacific backs. There's Donnie hustling. He's hustling. And one more rip. And that'll be that. What do we have coming up? I don't even know what we have coming up. Fishkill this weekend. I'll probably hit that real quick. We'll go see Brent. We'll go see Brent Richards. Hi. We'll go see Brett at Mount Kisco shortly. Let's see. This is the Pinnacle. Now, this is the Hall of, what do you call it? Museum, sorry. Hall of Museum. The museum collection, my 90s, mid-90s knowledge continues to grow. I could actually look these up because I bought them before I do the show, but beautiful. We have the base of this, but this is the museum-like quality of the museum collection, and that is just freaking cool, too. You got the shiny gold. Look at that. That is a cool baseball card. I continue to understand why a lot of these guys buy these cards, because some of these 90s cards are just, they seem to just get it for like a short period of time, how cool and the technology, and they had the printers, and then, I don't know, a lot of people are saying the printers don't exist anymore, but you just don't see them like that anymore. And you would think they could do better than they used to do in the 90s, or maybe it's just cost prohibitive. I don't know. Those are just cool. Ooh. Some cool Donnie baseballs, a big pile of junk wax, Simpsons cards, and a good day at the Stormville Flea Market. We've top-loaded our 85 Donruss. We've top-loaded our 85 Fleers. We've top-loaded everything. We're plugging away out here, guys, in the basement. Appreciate everyone for watching, as always. That's about all I got. Y'all have a good one.